To apply for a grant of permission to teach, you must first be endorsed by a school or RTO for a specific position. This is an online process initiated by the employer. Once this is completed, an application will be made available in your MyVIT account. This video is for a permission to teach applicant applying for an initial grant of permission to teach. If you have not held registration with VIT before, you'll need to create a MyVIT account and provide some basic contact information. Once you've completed this initial process, you'll have access to your MyVIT account. On the home screen, you'll find all of the menu options relevant to you depending on your application or registration status. You'll be able to see any current or previous registrations, view your application history, and apply for registration or permission to teach. If you've been endorsed by an employer for permission to teach, you can complete your application by clicking the Apply for PTT module, or by scrolling down, clicking on the down arrow next to the pending application and clicking Continue Application. Let's click Apply for PTT. The first thing you see is the position that you've been endorsed for. The table below will show the permission to teach positions for which you are eligible to apply. You may have one position, or you may have many. You'll have to apply for each one of these positions independently. Click on the drop-down arrow and click Continue Application. On this page, you're provided information about the school, subject and duration of the position you're applying for. If granted permission to teach, you'll only be able to undertake the duties of a teacher in this context. You'll then be asked whether you've completed any higher education qualifications and whether you have a teaching, trade or industry experience. Once you've confirmed that you understand the position you're applying for and answered these pathway questions, you'll be presented with a list of modules to complete. The blue Update buttons on the right indicate that module needs to be completed. The green Review button indicates that module has been completed, but you can change or add information if you wish. We'll go through the modules you might see on your application. Registration pathway is the one you've just gone through. VET Certificate 4 is specific to a permission to teach for a VET subject, and you're required to upload evidence of a Certificate 4 in Training and Assessment. The Qualifications module will be present if you indicated that you've completed higher education qualifications. You can add or review qualifications in this table. For all permission to teach application types, you'll be required to provide information to enable VIT to verify your identity and conduct a criminal record check. To do this, you'll need to complete the Criminal Record Check module, provide proof of identity documentation, and provide information about your name and address history. All applicants for PTT are also required to answer questions relating to their suitability to teach. You'll complete each of these modules until they turn from blue Update to green Review before you can submit your application. Let's go through and see how it works. Click Update. To demonstrate eligibility for PTT VET, you must supply evidence of completion of your Certificate 4 in Training and Assessment. In this application, we'll click Upload Files to demonstrate that we have the Certificate 4 that has been requested. Upload the file containing your evidence of completion and next. Notice how that module has changed to Green Review. Qualifications will appear if you've answered yes to the pathway questions. Click Add Qualification and provide information such as name, duration, start and completion date, education institute and country of completion. You'll also need to update an academic transcript and evidence of completion for each of the qualifications you add. Once you've uploaded a qualification, the module will update to green. You can always review or add information in the module. Next is Criminal Record Check. Click Update. VIT conducts a nationally coordinated criminal history check through the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission. Here you're asked to provide your consent for VIT to undertake a nationally coordinated criminal history check on your behalf. Click your consent and then Next. You're asked to provide your country, state and town of birth. Then click Next. Next, you'll need to complete the Proof of Identity module. Click Update. As part of your application, you need to confirm your identity. You must provide 5 different types of evidence. 1 commencement of identity document to confirm your birth or arrival in Australia. 1 primary use in the community document. 2 secondary use in the community documents, and evidence that links you to your documents by verifying your identity through an authorised third party. For each document, you'll need to click Add Document. Here you select one of the documents from the list. If you don't have any of the listed documents, you can select the last option, I don't have one of the above documents, and click Next. You can now choose from the alternate list provided. Click the document and Next, then upload the relevant document. Click Next and then Finish. You need to continue adding records until you've uploaded all 4 ID document types. If at any stage you can't find the document you require from the lists provided, please contact VIT. Finally, VIT is required to link you to the proof of identity documents you've provided. To do this, your identity must be verified by an authorised third party. Click Download the Verification of Identity form. Complete the form according to the instructions and have it witnessed by an authorised third party. When the form has been completed, it can be uploaded to the Proof of Identity module. Click Next and then click Finish. You can see here that all 5 documents have been uploaded. Click Continue. The Proof of Identity module now displays a green Review button. Now we complete Proof of Identity name history. Click Update. This page explains that you need to disclose all the names you've been known by throughout your life. Here we see the applicant's name displayed. If you have been known by another formal or alias name, you need to provide that information to VIT. You can do this by clicking Add Name and providing information about your name change, including uploading sufficient evidence. If you've not been known by any other names, click Continue. Next we complete Proof of Identity address history. Click Update. To conduct a nationally coordinated criminal history check, VIT requires your residential address history without any gaps for the past 5 years. Check the address displayed, and if you need to add any further addresses, click Add Address. If the details displayed are correct, click the Continue button. Next is Suitability. Click Update. VIT is required to assess your suitability to teach. Please note, answering yes to any of the questions will not automatically result in rejection of your application. VIT may ask you to provide further information in order to assess your suitability to teach. In this example, we'll answer no to each question and then click Next. Here you outline your relevant skills and experience to teach the subject you've been endorsed for and upload files to support your answers if you choose. Each of these are mandatory. You can answer in a few sentences or a few paragraphs if you wish. Outline your relevant skills and experience to teach the subject you've been endorsed for and upload files to support your answers if you choose. Each of these are mandatory. You can answer in a few sentences or a few paragraphs if you wish. Here you can upload relevant files to support your answers. VIT will assess your eligibility to teach based on the information you've supplied. Click the drop-down arrow next to Select File Purpose. You can choose to add documentation for the following purposes: subject knowledge, skills and experience in teaching, plan to progress towards teacher registration, plan for professional development, industry engagement and professional practice, progress made in previous PTT grant, and other. And you can upload multiple files if you choose. If you want to go back in and amend any information, you can click into any of the modules and amend accordingly. Finally, we complete the Experience module by clicking Update. Here, you add teaching or professional experience details relevant to your application for a grant of PTT registration. Click Add Experience. You can add multiple periods or types of experience if you need to. Click Continue. Now you can see that all the modules are green and marked Review, and the Submit button has turned blue, which means you can progress to the payment stage. Click Submit. Here you're asked to provide declarations relating to the information you've just provided in your application. Click Next. Here you're required to provide payment. The components of the fee are displayed here. Please note these amounts are for the purpose of this example only. Fill in your details, then click Make Payment. At this point you can click to download or print a copy of this receipt and then click Finish. Your application has been submitted. You can log into your portal and view the status of your application at any time. VIT will now assess your application and may request additional information. Please note, you're not yet registered and not permitted to undertake the duties of a teacher in a Victorian school. VIT will advise you of the outcome. You're not required to do anything further at this stage. To return to the home page of your portal, click Home and click View Applications to view the status of your application. If you want to obtain a copy of your receipt, click the drop-down arrow and View Receipt.